I recognize the gentlelady from Wyoming. Ms. Hageman, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Madam Secretary, have there been any new coal leases or lease modifications approved, either for thermal or met coal, under your leadership at the Department of Interior?
Thank you, Congresswoman. I know that this met coal question came up earlier. We're happy to have the BLM or someone from that bureau be in touch with you about that. I couldn't say specifically which projects have been approved or permitted and which haven't.
Well, are there any outstanding coal lease or lease modification applications currently pending before the Department of Interior?
Congresswoman, I'm more than happy to make sure that we can get that list to you if that's okay with you. But the BLM is committed to the district court that reinstated the coal leasing program moratorium, that it will initiate the remedial environmental analysis shortly. So we are working on this issue.
You don't have an answer for my question as you sit here today?
Congresswoman, we'll be happy to get back with you about the number of permits, if that's what you're asking.
Do you know how long the applications that are pending before the DOI have been pending, and what is the reason for the delay?
Congresswoman, I know that our staff works on permitting every day. It's hard to say why some take longer than others. However, I do want to let you know that the BLM has made me aware of the importance of the project that you were talking about.
Okay. Madam Secretary, do you believe energy poverty is a good thing?
I don't know the term, ma'am.
You've never heard of the phrase energy poverty?
I have not heard of that term, but
It's probably pretty self-explanatory, though, don't you think?
Well, I think what we're really trying to do with our clean energy goals is make energy more affordable for every single American.
So I'd like you to answer my question, which is, do you believe energy poverty is a good thing? In other words, that people going into poverty are being unable to afford food or medicine or things like that because of the rising cost of energy. Do you think that's a good thing?
Congresswoman, I understand the challenges that many Americans face. I raised my child as a single mom and had to decide whether I could pay the rent or my student loans or even my gas bill. So I understand that. It's very difficult.
Yes, so you agree that energy poverty is not a good thing, is that right?
I want to say that we are working very hard to make energy more efficient and more affordable, which is why we're moving forward on our clean energy goals.
But that isn't the case. Coal is an affordable energy, isn't it? It has been for decades.
I know that our country relied on coal for a very long time, and we're very grateful for so many of the workforce that powered our nation for a very long time.
And coal is an affordable energy, isn't it?
Ma'am, I want to say that President Biden believes in energy independence for our country, and I believe that using different energy sources around the country will help communities everywhere and will keep energy more affordable.
Including coal and oil and gas, correct?
Congresswoman, we are in a transition currently to a clean energy future, and I believe very strongly that we will get there and energy will be more affordable for every American.
Energy poverty is a policy of this administration, from what I can tell from your answers.
Congresswoman, we are working very hard to make sure that all Americans can access affordable energy, and that's one of the reasons why we are working hard on this
But your policies do the exact opposite, which increase the cost of energy, correct?
Congresswoman, President Biden truly understands the challenge of working people, and we want to make sure that energy can be affordable for every American.
Madam Secretary, do you know what the recovery criteria is for the greater Yellowstone grizzly bear?
I beg your pardon?
Do you know what the recovery criteria is for the greater Yellowstone grizzly bear?
What I know is that the grizzly bear is although it's maybe thriving in some places, it is not thriving in other places.
Okay, do you know the recovery criteria for the greater Yellowstone grizzly bear?
I'd be happy to get back with you with that specific answer, ma'am.
Well, it's roughly 600 to 700 is the recovery criteria. Do you know how many bears are currently living in the greater Yellowstone recovery area?
Congresswoman, I don't have the number of grizzly bears in front of me at the moment, but
Okay,
I'm
did
happy
you,
to get
were
back
you
with
aware then that there are over 1,100 grizzly bears in the greater Yellowstone area?
I appreciate you sharing that information with me.
Okay, thank you, I yield back.
Gentlelady's time's expired. The chair recognizes the gentlelady from Oregon. Ms. Hoyle, you're recognized for 5 minutes.